What's up guys, Powerful. So welcome to a new kind of video. Basically, if you haven't noticed, a lot of like tier list stuff has been going on recently. I don't know why. I'm not sure if it's like a trend or something, but you know what? I had this idea before it was a trend, so I'm gonna do it anyway. And if you couldn't tell, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to rank all the Kirby abilities in a tier list of what I think is better. My opinion is always false. It is never fact, because I have unpopular opinions for the most part. Like, you know, you'll see for yourself, alright? You can wait. You have some patience. If not, then you need to get some patience. Yeah. First up, we got Cupid Kirby. Cupid, he's like, I mean, he's kind of sluggish to use. Mostly, he doesn't have anything outside of just shooting arrows and floating. So he can fly eternally, but you know what? So can UFO, and he does it better. So I'd say we get Cupid. Cupid Kirby goes D tier. Like, he has his uses, but he's not absolutely terrible either. Animal Kirby. Very, very situational. Yeah, he doesn't use a whole lot of abilities. The most he has going for him is just digging through the ground, and he only appears in like one game. So I'd say D tier. Backdrop. Now again, this is just the same as like two other abilities, but just like those two other abilities, this thing is just fun to use, just fun to watch, because Kirby just straight up yeets him backwards for no reason. He has the most dead expression on his face when he does it, and it's absolutely amazing. So because of that fact alone, B tier. B for backdrop, more like back off or you're gonna get absolutely demolished by a puffball. Ha, nice. Ball Kirby. It's just Kirby, but he's a ball. But Kirby's already a ball. This ability sucks. It's going into E tier. Next up, we have ourselves Beam Kirby. A classic. It does have its uses, but personally, I don't use it very often because I find a lot of other abilities more fun to use. Because of that, I'd give him probably a C tier. I can tell you right now, people are already going to hate me for my opinions. But you know what? They're opinions, and they should not be taken as facts. And if you do, you are a heathen. Bell Kirby. I like its design, but or not really, because it's just Kirby with a bell on his head. Bell Kirby, slap it on his head. That's his ability. But you know what? It's so stupid that I like it. So I'm gonna put him. It's like borderline C and B, so I'm just gonna put it in C tier. Bubble Kirby, one use, only in one game, and it's very situational because what this ability does is only in that game, and it will not work in any other thing unless you change up how it works. So I give this a D tier. Burning Kirby. This is just Fire Kirby. This is just one move of Fire Kirby and nothing else, but I still enjoy it, so C tier. Poison Kirby. It's water. It's literally just water Kirby, except it leaves poison damage, which can actually be really overpowered when you use it right. But I've never actually played the game this is from, which is probably gonna kick it down to like B tier. Cooking Kirby. Overpowered as heck. Is a one-time move unless you're Chef Kawasaki and Star Allies. So I would say this fella right here, no, I didn't mean to put that there. This overpowered fella right here is gonna go into he'd probably be higher if he didn't have one use. So I'm gonna throw him in B tier. Copy Kirby. It just does exactly what Kirby already does, except it doesn't kill them, which is really stupid. Should not exist. E tier. Cutter Kirby. Again, very classic, very recognizable in the Kirby series, but I have other abilities that I prefer to use more, and because of that fact, it's C tier for Cutter. Wow. ESP Kirby. Kirby's a psychic person, and he's literally just Ness, but you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. because Nest is okay. And you know what? This ability though is again very situational because its main move you have to stand still to use it, which is really annoying. But you know what? In using the right circumstances, it can be pretty overpowered. So I'm gonna put him into C tier. Festival Kirby. New to Star Allies and didn't even know existed before playing the game. But it has the Kirby dance, and because it's got the Kirby dance, I'ma throw him in B tier. Fire Kirby. It's burning but more, and because it's more, it goes in the B tier. Haha. Freeze Kirby. It is, again, only one move of ice. So it's kind of pointless. But I enjoy freezing things to death and it's hilarious. So it's gonna get the fire treatment. And we're gonna throw it in the C tier. Ghost Kirby. I love this idea for an ability that you can just possess things like it's Mario Odyssey or something. But it's really sluggish and slow. And it does kind of suck a little because a lot of the things you capture, they don't use the entire moveset of the ability that you get from them. They just have that one attack and nothing else. So I'm gonna throw it into, again, D tier because of how situational it is. High Jump. High Jump's gonna get the same treatment because, again, it's very situational because its main thing is going up and down, not sideways. And it is not very often you go up and down in a side-scrolling Kirby game. So E tier. Nope, not E tier. D tier. Ice Kirby. This ability is actually really fun to use. And I like the skating thing that he does. It's pretty fun. And again, freezing enemies and shooting them off into the distance is fun as heck. So he goes into A tier. Jet Kirby. So this ability is pretty iffy. Like, it's not bad, but it's not great either, as I've already said. And it doesn't have a whole lot of use to it. I might be wrong because I'm always wrong. D tier. There we go. Beetle Kirby. Do I even need to say more? This thing is fun as heck. Wow. Beetle is one of the most fun ability to use in the game, so S tier. Bomb Kirby. I like exploding things. Like that's the only reason I get this is for absolute chaos. Because chaos is fun. B for bomb. No, not B for bomb. We'll put it in A tier because I like bomb more than these abilities. Dr. Kirby. I like its concept, but it reminds me of Dr. Mario, and I don't like Dr. Mario. He should not exist, like, at all. Whatsoever. Because it's literally just Mario, but with pills. This isn't even about Kirby anymore. I just... Okay, Kirby. It goes... D tier. Hammer. Overpowered as heck, because it's super strong.
Flex tape ain't super strong, Phil, you're super strong!
A tier. Ninja Kirby. I like ninjas. Ninjas are really... I like the design of ninjas. They're just fun overall. So, ninja... But, again... Other people may disagree, but I prefer using other abilities more. Because of that, he is going into C tier. Oh my. Spear Kirby. You know what the one thing I like about Spear Kirby is? And that is his helicopter. Because that is great as heck. You can spin around your spear like a helicopter, and it's actually the greatest thing in the world. So, because of that, also, I have been playing Spear a lot more recently, and I'm starting to like it a lot. So, A tier. Sword Kirby. One of, if not the most recognizable ability in the game, and because of that, that like kicks him up a notch a lot. But again, I prefer using other abilities more because they stand out to me more. And if you didn't know, I like choosing things by how much they stand out to me. I'm hitting my chest and it's really screwing up my voice, but whatever. B tier. Tornado Kirby. I love Tornado Kirby because, again, absolute chaos is fun, and that is what Tornado Kirby is. So, also, it is a little iffy sometimes, but again, it's still fun to use. And you know what? Kirby isn't about what's good for your character, it's all about having fun. So, that's what this is all about. Balloon Kirby. I've never actually played the game that this is from. And, but it does look pretty useless. What does this thing do? When Kirby uses the stylus, he inflates himself much like a balloon. If the player taps the screen with the stylus, Kirby will fill up with air and become an inflated balloon. As a balloon, his body turns red and he can float leisurely through the air, but like all balloons, he is extremely fragile, and if tapped by the stylus enough times, he will pop and shrink back down to a tremendous explosion, which can also defeat nearby enemies. Kirby becomes floaty. D tier. Parasol Kirby. Now, I didn't really care for Parasol for a while until I realized, oh yeah, this thing makes you invincible from above. So guess what? B tier. Mirror. Mirror, I love the idea of mirrors because it actually is really neat to me because I like mysterious things. This has just become a video about learning about me. I feel like that's not how it should be, but whatever. But I do like its design. It is a really cool design. So B tier. Crash Kirby. Overpowered, but it is very self-explanatory. It's literally just an explosion and nothing else. Like, if you're gonna do something that destroys everything on the screen, English is hard. Do something creative with it, like Festival Kirby dances and Cook Kirby cooks things alive like the maniac he is. But again, as I said, I like things that stand out to me, and Crash doesn't really do that. So, because of that, he goes into D tier. Fighter Kirby. I love Fighter Kirby because he's just fun to use, and it makes me feel like I'm good at the game. But again, it's Kirby, so it's supposed to be easy. So really anything makes you feel like you're good in the game. But again, I love playing this ability because, as I said, it is overall fun to use. So it is going into S tier. Mike Kirby. It's basically just the it's the single-use ones, except Kirby sings, which is actually great. Also, it has 3 uses instead of 1. Like, come on, how could you not? Plus, the idea of Kirby singing is actually great. I'm actually curious if there's a video for that right now. What the fudge? I'm putting this. Where's it at, Mike Kirby? You're going right here, buddy. No, right there, S tier. You deserve it. Stone Kirby, again, very situational. Mostly works best when the enemies are right underneath you, which can be an issue, and it can make the thing very sluggish. It's only really good downhills, like, to be totally honest. So you're gonna go into D tier. Whip. This one is also, like, I may be wrong, but this is kind of a sluggish ability. It does have its uses, not useless. No, it's not useless. It's just not for me, I guess. As I said, in my opinion, it is pretty sluggish. So you're gonna go into D tier. Artist Kirby. Now, I love this concept. I love the design, and I love to use it. And because of that, you are going into S tier because art. Clean Kirby. Now, before Star Allies came out, this ability sucked because all you do is what, clean your enemies to death? Well, yeah. So yeah, it's exactly what you do. It's just sweep. Gotta sweep. Oh my gosh, I hate myself for saying that. Ever since it came out on Star Allies, this is actually really fun because it adds so much more. Just make Kirby into a maid. That is the entirety of this ability. So, A Kirby. Spider. Now, if there is any kind of aesthetic that I like more, it is spiders. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because of their how mysterious they are or anything like that, but I'm gonna put him in the S tier. Staff Kirby. I didn't know this existed before Star Allies either, but again, this is also fun to use. Not quite as high as like Spider Kirby or Artist Kirby, but it is still pretty fun. I'll put this in A tier. This one, I'm gonna go ahead and just place it right now. It is S tier because it's got everything I like about an ability. It's fun to use. It is not. It is very useful in multiple situations. It can be transformed with other abilities to make it like even more overpowered, and it's got a really good design because I don't know why, I just like the overall aesthetic of yo-yos as well. So yo-yo, you know what, you don't even go at the end, you go all the way at the beginning because you're my favorite ability. Metal Kirby, slow, sluggish, rock but worse. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's just the rock ability, but you walk slow. I mean, sure, you're invincible, but it is not worth it, especially with how easy Kirby games are. So you get into E tier. Sleep Kirby. Now, the obvious person would put it into E tier because it does literally nothing, but it is adorable as heck, and because of how adorable as heck it is, you go into D tier. Congratulations. Circus Kirby. I do enjoy playing as this, but again, as I said, it's situational, but because of how overall fun it is, because that's kind of its point, it's Circus Kirby, it's supposed to be fun, I do enjoy playing as it, so A tier. Leaf Kirby. What the heck? Why does it have a white outline? That is really uncomfortable. I don't know why it's uncomfortable, but it is. You are also pretty fun to use, so yeah. I'm gonna throw you. You're about B level. Like, it's not fantastic. It's not great. It's not fantastic, but it's not like horrible either. So you're on B tier. Spike Kirby. It doesn't really have a whole lot of variety in its moves. Oh my gosh! Please stop using badly cut PNGs, because it's got the white background again. I don't know why that triggers me. It just does, because PNG files, I don't know. C tier. Archer Kirby. Now, the arrows are pretty weak, but it's made up for with how quickly you can attack and how fun it can be. Also, it has a move that makes you invincible. So, to like anything, like not even kidding, anything, you're invincible to it. So, you go B tier. Spark Kirby. Now, I know this is pretty useful at times, but again, it's just not for me. It's also situational because it works best when you're standing still, and you have to stand still a lot, and it slows down the pace of the game. So I would say probably C tier along with Spike. Laser Kirby. Again, it has one move, no variety, situational as heck, and it doesn't even do a heck of a lot of damage. I'd say you're probably D tier. Light Kirby. Useless. No damage. One use. All it does is light up the room. Like, that even sounds stupid. E tier. No. This one goes in the doesn't deserve to live category. Congratulations. You've reached a new level of low. Magic Kirby. Now, it has multiple different forms. Like, in one, it is a one-use thing, and it gives you a random thing, which is not that great. Then, in a game later, it actually has a moveset, and it's not one-time use. And it's actually enjoyable, but again, I like the aesthetic of magic. So you're gonna go in the C tier. Mini Kirby. Guess what? You're just small, and you have less abilities, so you also go in the doesn't deserve to live. Welcome. Good job, Light. You have a friend. Missile Kirby. This one is also very situational, but it's also pretty fun to use, just because I like speed. B tier. Paint Kirby. I don't think I've actually played the game that Paint Kirby's in. Paint is a rare one-use ability that lets Kirby spray blobs of paint all over, causing damage to any foe on the screen. As a side effect, the behavior of two certain bosses will be changed when its power is used against them. It's another one use, but again, I like the aesthetic of art, so you're gonna go into B tier. Plasma. It's just a piece of spark. Like this was just put into, again, it's the fire and ice thing aesthetic that happened. And because Spark is here, Plasma goes here. Look at that. Smash Kirby. Now I do like this idea of putting just the Smash moveset of Kirby into a Kirby game. And I enjoy that a lot. I don't know why, I just do. I'm gonna commentate on why I like these abilities. One of them, I don't know why I like it, but I do, and that's what matters. Man, this was a mistake. A tier. Now, as I said, oh no, it's not transparent. That makes me sad. As I said, backdrop is fun, but I like the abilities before it that do the same thing but more. So we're gonna take this little boy and we're gonna move him into S tier because I like yeeting things across the room, and this is exactly the same, and because of that, let's just put this right up here because I get to yeet things. UFO. This is, again, I like talking about before, this is like Ghosts, but it's more useful even though you can't possess things, but you know, that's not necessarily a bad thing. But it is pretty, and it is pretty useful as heck, and it can be fun sometimes. The only disadvantage is the fact that it can't go down ladders. Like, you're a UFO that can shoot lasers and hover through the air. You're from space, and the thing holding you back is a ladder. That is pathetic. C tier. Water. Another ability that is pretty fun to use. Again, it's poison, but it does less. It's literally just poison, honestly. But I have more fun experiences with water. So I'm gonna put him. I'm gonna let him join his brother Poison, because that's what he deserves. Actually, no, I like water more. So water's gonna go into A tier. Wheel. It is very situational, but it's all made up for with how fun it is. Because as I mentioned, I like speed, because speed is fun, and this is the definition of speed. So if I'm gonna be totally honest, like, this probably goes against a lot of the things I've said, but again, this is about how much I like these abilities. So we're gonna put this little boy into S tier. Alright, finally, the final frontier, Wing Kirby. You can soar through the air. It is pretty fun, and I enjoy it a lot. So we're going to, but again, I prefer these abilities more. These are more fun to use, and they stand out to me more. But because of how useful it is, and how useful it is, and how fun it is to use sometimes, I'm gonna put this into, I'd say it's B tier. Yeah. All right, so there we go. We have the Kirby abilities tier list. Video I never thought I'd ever make, but you know what, I decided, you know what, this would be fun anyway. So yep, here we are, and yeah, I'd say I'm happy with these results. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe, comment, like, and share all that. If you have any recommendations, leave a comment below. And this is Powerfellow Sal signing off. Yo-yo is best, and you won't change my mind. Goodbye.